Hello friends, Bugatti has gone through a lot of changes over the past few years. First, the French brand changed ownership from the German Volkswagen to the Croatian Rimac, and a few weeks later announced that the Chiron successor was ready to show itself in all its glory. And most interestingly, it will lose the 16-cylinder power unit, and its place will be taken by a hybrid power plant consisting of a V8 and an unnamed number of electric motors. But today we will not talk about these things, but about the possible release of a full-fledged SUV under the Bugatti brand. Let's be frank, the hyper SUV niche is not yet occupied by anyone, and there is not a single brand in the world that currently offers something of its own in this segment. Bugatti could have been a pioneer in this direction for a long time, and even made attempts to implement such a product. Representatives of the company repeatedly approached Volkswagen with the idea of creating their own hyper SUV, but never received approval from the parent company, because it was VW who had to bear the cost of creating the world's first SUV from Bugatti. Such an idea was not very to the liking of the German shareholders, and such a controversial product seemed to them a dubious idea. But a few years later, Lamborghini releases its Urus and shows the whole world that crossovers, if you really are very popular, even if they cost phenomenal money. For a while, Bugatti forgot about the idea of creating their own SUV. The merger with Rimac came to the fore, a change in leadership, and the development of the Bugatti bolide. But the idea of creating your own SUV did not go out in the hearts and minds of the company's engineers, and after the merger with the Croats, it flared up with renewed vigor. The company again started talking about such a project, and there are all ideal conditions for this. The drawing board again showed a huge 5-door car with design elements in the spirit of the French brand, and rumors began to spread around the network that the company had again begun developing its own SPARTACUS, and the conditions at the moment are more than suitable. Judge for yourself, the demand for ultra-luxury SUVs with a focus on sports is more than high. This is confirmed by the success of the Lamborghini Urus and Ferrari Purosangue. But what can I say? Even the Aston Martin DBX managed to pull the company out of the economic hole. The second condition was the change of leadership, which is more loyal to such non-standard projects, and has a phenomenal technical base for the implementation of almost any complexity of projects related to the construction of hybrid or electric power plants. We are talking about Rimac. And the last bold point in favor of such a project is a new power plant. She will debut on the successor to the Chiron. We are talking about the same hybrid transmission consisting of a mysterious new generation i8 and electric motors that help it develop phenomenal returns. If you believe the information coming directly from the French company, this power plant can easily develop 2,000 horsepower, and it fits perfectly into the project of the future crossover from Bugatti, for which the power of this power plant, according to preliminary data, will be pumped up to the level of 2,200 horsepower, and this will be the most powerful crossover to date, and of course the fastest. The most interesting thing is that the main efforts to achieve this level of power will fall on the shoulders of electrometers, and the gasoline unit will produce a herd of 800 GP. Koenigsegg uses a similar scheme in Gemera, where a 3-cylinder engine is generally installed. Most of all, Bugatti will have to contend with weight because SUVs themselves are overweight, and here also the presence of a hybrid power plant. The company will solve this problem with the help of a huge amount of carbon fiber that will be used in the body of the future model. Besides, do not forget that the entire electrical part, including the development of motors for this project, will be taken over by Rimac, and these guys know how to create light and compact elements for electric and hybrid transmissions. When will the debut, or at least the official announcement of a full-fledged SVU from Bugatti take place? Such an event will happen no earlier than in 2025. First, you need to survive the premiere of the successor to the Bugatti Chiron, and after that, the company will declare its intentions to create a similar product, unless, of course, it is once again curtailed at the development stage and sent for a long time. Drawer, as has already happened several times under Volkswagen.